Hi guys, welcome to the Gwent Better live stream. My name is Pavel, and joining me is of course Michał Luigi Dobrowolski, and welcome to the stream. I'll give you a short rundown what we'll be doing today. What we want to do is kind of go over the changes that are going to happen in the next patch, which introduces Nilfgaard. But also, to start off, I wanted to say that for the last stream we did, some of you felt that we kind of a bit trolled you. So I would like to say sorry, because the idea was to have, since we had all the streamers here, YouTubers, we wanted to show them behind us and kind of play a couple games with them, which was super fun. I know most of you were expecting Nilfgaard, that's why we are here today. We'll play a bit of Nilfgaard, but our main focus will be going down through the main changes that you guys introduced. We'll also show you the most up-to-date build, but I have to say that it's not the final build.
It's totally not.
Because it will change, trust me. So some of the things that you saw from streamers and YouTubers that visited us is currently outdated.
Yeah. But you forgot about one thing. You forgot to introduce David.
I forgot to introduce David.
Exactly. He's our junior gameplay designer.
Yes.
Usually Maciek sits there, but this time he jumps in.
Yes, Maciek is resting at home.
Yeah, exactly.
After a busy day.
So, should we just jump in?
Yeah, I think we'll jump in. Talking about the changes, I'll show the cards that which we're talking about, or cards that have this ability. So I think it would be cool to start with weather first, if you agree.
Yeah, sure.
So tell me, because weather changed now, and especially when weather is cleared, something happens.
Yes. Up till now, weather worked like that. When you casted the weather, everything was dropped down to 1. When you cleared the weather, everything was restored to their base value.
Exactly.
Right? And with this patch, we're introducing a new way of clearing weather. I mean, the same way, but it works a bit different, because now units will remember their buffed value or debuffed. But basically, they will remember their state from before being debuffed by weather. So when you clear weather from the row, everything will go back to the buffed value. So you won't lose the
your investment kind of
your
in the cards.
investment in the cards that you did until the weather appeared.
Yeah, especially if you're investing into a card to get it to be super strong, then
exactly
you lost a lot, but now it's a lot better.
So weather won't counter you entirely if you're playing a buff deck.
Yeah, yeah.
But the thing that follows the weather change is the
clear weather.
Change to the clear weather. But you can bring this up.
I'll even show a premium version of it since we have it here.
Here we go.
Here we go.
So first light didn't change. You still can choose between clear skies and rally.
Yeah.
But clear skies is not a global effect anymore. It won't clear every single weather on the board. You'll be able to choose one row and clear the weather from both sides of the board, but only from this row. So why did we choose to change clear weather this way? Because basically, if you take Ragnarok, for instance, it's a golden card. You need to use your golden slot for this card. It's a powerful card, but you could counter it just with a bronze card, which was first light, and it felt really punishing for the players. Therefore, we wanted to change things a bit. So weather is not as powerful as it was, because now everything will remember their buffed value, but clear weather is not as powerful as it was before, because right now it will clear only one row on the board.
True. We have a question. So what happens if a creature gets more points during, when they're affected by weather? They get plus, let's say, 4 points.
They will remember everything. So if you had a unit that was 10, you casted the frost on it, so it dropped to 1. If you'll buff it with Swallow by 8, it will be 9. So when you'll clear weather, it will be 8 plus 9, so it will be 18 in total.
So it counts everything down pretty much.
Exactly. It remembers everything.
Cool. Everybody's talking about the painting behind us. Yeah, I also like that. It's actually one of the cards is on the painting, but we'll get to that later.
Exactly.
All right. When we talk about weather, the most important thing is also disloyal units that let you draw additional cards have now changed because they're immune to weather.
Yes. All of the units that can draw cards and are played on the opposite side of the board will be immune to weather now. Their value will be a bit increased. And basically that's it. But what's connected with this change? Because we already started talking about weather immunity. Yes, it's a weather immunity. It's not a specific weather immunity. Like we won't have anything like immune to frost, immune to fog, and immune to rain. It will be a weather immune as a token.
Yeah.
So it will be much more clear and probably easier to track. What else?
Yeah.
Did I forget about something?
I think you didn't. Some people are saying that you didn't count your math correctly.
I didn't what?
You didn't do your math correctly. 8 plus 9 equals 18.
But plus 1, because it was 1 at the very beginning.
So you're correct.
Yeah, it's like if it was 10, it was buffed by Swallow.
It's good to have this stuff figured out. I just didn't want to call you out, just wanted to have to make sure.
Yeah, it's because I'm making fun of you all the time, so you need
I'm not. No, it's not me getting back at you. Don't worry.
Okay.
All right, moving on. Also, breeding changed.
Yeah.
So let me find the monster nest. Here it is. And this is what you're seeing.
It's not a final build.
Yes.
Again, because Monster Nest won't spawn 4 copies of breedable unit. It will spawn only 3 copies of a breedable unit. But obviously, yeah, it changed. It's not a snowball card anymore. You don't need to have like 6 units on the board then to use it and to duplicate amount of units on the entire board. You can have 1 Necker, just play Monster Nest on it, and it will spawn 3 copies of a Necker.
Yeah.
It's basically to make this card more approachable. It's to make the breeding tactics easier to execute, and it actually works pretty well because we played a bit with it.
Yeah.
We was actually destroyed once, but
we were destroyed once. We did a Polish stream, and yes, we got destroyed because we'll get to the new cards that we'll show today, but also we have new breedable cards, which are the eggs, but we'll get to that.
Exactly.
So coming back to the main topic, let's say, breeding changed. But also, when we talk about breeding, I also wanted to touch a bit about a change which I think is very crucial, because it's a change to King Brand's, let me find King Brand's, his leader ability. Where is he?
Jumping factions.
We're all factions here.
It will be lower.
No,
Here we go. Up.
Premium version. Hello.
Yes. He was changed. He was changed a lot because he wasn't seeing that much play lately. I mean, like, he was a really punishing card because you needed to waste 2 of your cards in your hand to actually get a card that you wanted from your deck. He's changed now. He still is a leader that should go with all of the discarding factions. Right now, he'll allow you to choose 2 cards from your deck, any cards from your deck, and to discard them and increase their value by 2. And that's about it. It will just give you immediate access to, I don't know, all of your Queen's Guards. If you want to, you know, just discard Ceres and make her silver up front, you can do that as well. Just like that. He actually works pretty well because I was playing him a lot lately.
You told me that discard decks for Skellige looks super well, and they're super strong. That's really cool. All right. Let's move on. Let's move to the almighty King Vran. Let me move to monsters. If King Black 2 is watching this...
Up, left.
Where he is.
Here we go.
He'll love
so
this. The almighty King.
It's not the almighty King Vran. The version you saw before was really, really powerful, really strong, and it has a lot of synergies. And we kept the fact that he's powerful and he has a lot of synergies.
Exactly.
But again, the tooltip in here is not the final one because yes, he's 5 right now. Yes, he consumes the weakest unit on the row when you play him, but then it's not consuming every turn, it consumes every second turn. So you play him, it will consume a unit, then after 2 turns, actually after 1 turn, because 1 turn will go without consuming, then the next one he'll consume, and again he won't, and again he will, and so on and so on. So basically, he still is a really great synergy with Arrakas's Behemoth, with eggs that we will show you later.
Yes.
But he's not as powerful as he was before.
King Blacktooth won't be happy about this change.
I don't think so.
I can tell you that straight away. All right, but I think it's a good decision. I mean, I also wanted to ask you, what do you guys take into consideration when you ever think about changing cards? Because that's a question that a lot of people ask. Like, what's the main idea? Of course, you look at cards and how often they're played. We also get a lot of information from the community, which we're very thankful for, of course. But what else goes into this?
I mean, it depends, because basically first, when we make cards, we use our power pool, right? So when we create cards, we're taking some abilities that have a certain weight assigned to it,
right.
and we take weight assigned to the power of the card. Then we combine it a bit and we create a card. It's really hard to describe, but it works more or less like that. And then we need to test the card, because obviously the math alone and foundation laid out by the initial version of the card are almost never on the spot up front, like it was with Run, right? Actually, Run is a really bad example because he wasn't played with this ability on live, but maybe a little because you were actually asking if we are using any data. Yes, we are using data, and we are looking at cards that are played a lot or are not played a lot, but it's not like we change every card that is played too much, because this is not the idea. If a card is played a lot, but it's a good card that doesn't break the game, then we will leave it. Like Hours of Thunder, it's one of the most popular cards.
It's super popular.
We're not changing it. We're not, revamping the card. We sometimes tweak the numbers.
Yeah.
But that's about it. When we
does,
decide to change the card itself, it's because it just doesn't feel good, doesn't feel right. Maybe it just feels bad for the opponent when you're using it against it or something like that.
Yeah.
So this is what actually drives us to change some cards.
A lot of people are asking if you're the famous Retus that they see on forums.
No, I'm not Retus.
He's not. I'm just making that clear for sure. All right, let's go back to the changes. Ariomancy. That is something I want to show. I think somewhere here we go.
Yeah, it's a really minor change, but a major change at the same time.
Exactly.
Basically, the only thing we changed that we changed with this card is we gave it a fleeting category. What does it mean? It means that it will be banished after being used. The card that it spawned won't be banished. So if you spawn the Frost token, the Frost card, then it will still be in the graveyard. You can still reuse it with Aglice or something like that, but you won't be able to reuse Aromancy again, because it was just too punishing for your opponent when you could adjust your weather 3 times when you're playing as a Scoia'tael. Because you could play Aromancy, then you could play Aglice, then you could play Efna and play Aglice again, and after that you actually could have covered the entire board with weather.
Yeah. But now you can choose to use the same effect that you used
before,
of course,
because
which is really good.
The Frost card, for instance, will stay in the graveyard.
Yeah. All right. They want Rethus on the stream. I don't know if I can say that he will come here or not, but that's interesting. All right, moving on. Decoy. I saw people talking about decoy in the comments, so it's something that we also have to cover. There's a premium version of the decoy here.
Yep.
And it changed. What it does now is it returns a non-gold unit, non-relentless of course, but you doesn't return the card to your hand because you have to play the card again. What you get from this is not card advantage, but the card you play again gets +3. If I remember correctly.
Yeah, exactly. Because card advantage is quite a bit of a problem sometimes for us.
Yeah.
Because it can get out of control. And if your opponent or if you'll get too much of the card advantage, then the game is more or less already set. And we want to actually not remove that entirely, but control that a bit more than we were controlling it up till now. Because Decoy was like a must-have card for almost every deck up till now. It's still a really powerful card because it allows you to use your ability of your units twice, but it won't get you a card advantage anymore.
Yeah, and this was a very crucial card in almost every deck that you saw because instantly you could take back a card that you needed for your next round and you were pretty much set. And now you have to play this card again. What you get out of it is the additional points, which is pretty interesting. We'll see how it kind of works, but I really like the idea. All right, so we have Decoy. Now, by popular request, let's go all the way down to Geralt Ard, which I saw people talking about in the comments. Dun, dun, dun. Where is he? He's at the bottom. There he is. Premium version also. Boom. There we go. Geralt Ard.
Yeah. Should I start? Okay.
You can start. I'll take the next one.
So yeah, basically we changed this ability a bit. It still affects the opposite row, but instead of affecting the entire row, you're able to choose 3 targets from the opposite row. Why did we do that? Because it was extremely punishing for your opponent if you just destroy their entire row with 1 card.
Yeah.
With this, we're still keeping the core idea of the card to actually get rid of some units that you don't want to push them into weather or something like that. But you won't destroy the entire row with just 1 go.
Yeah, so now it's only 3. Are these random units or do you get to choose?
No, you get to choose. You get to choose 3 units from the opposite
So
row.
you can take the strongest ones and
exactly
drop them into something terrible. And still remove 1 strength from removed units if this didn't change. Shout out to King Blacktooth. I know he's watching. Thank you for the heart. And Chaotic Priest also. Thank you guys. So we covered Geralt Ard. We talked about disloyals. So monster faction ability. And I have to go to the deck builder.
Yes. But
and you have to see monsters. Okay.
Again,
maybe I'll jump in this time. Yeah. So at the end of each round, now you keep the last loyal non-gold unit played. Correct?
That is not resilient and
that is not resilient and not fleeting, of course. But yeah, the last unit you play will. So you pretty much have to now think about your strategy, right? Because and it's super hard because I also see it like this, that you play a card and you think that, okay, I'm going to pass now, so I have this card at the beginning of the next round, but your opponent might play more cards and you want to go in a bit more, so might ruin a bit your strategy, but I think it's also kind of more fair and lets you choose what you want for the next round.
It's just more tactical because you know what the card that will stay will be, and your opponent knows that as well, so they can just react to that, and that's about it.
Exactly. That makes sense for me. Cool. Let's go back to card collection. Also, I wanted to talk about the mushrooms, so-called, because this is a card which changed only a little bit. I mean, you can now add or remove 3 base strength.
Yes.
So just 1 less.
Exactly.
Why this change? Tell me.
Yeah, reasoning behind that is we had too much removal in the game. Like everything was about removal, about destroying snowball cards. Not snowball, but the cards that will buff itself with each card played or something like that. And again, it was really not fun feeling for you when you play a card that you want to build your strategy around, and it's just removed from the game with just 1 mushroom. Therefore, we wanted to address that. We actually bumped up some numbers in this patch as well, because we have over, I think, 200 changes coming with this patch.
There's over 200.
And this is why mushrooms are changed a bit as well.
What happens if, sorry to jump back to the previous topic, what happens if someone destroys the last played unit? So it's the one before?
Yeah, second to last.
Cool, sorry to interrupt you then.
No problem.
So yeah, like you said, with Marjoram, the problem was that a lot of units, also for example, if you're playing Mahakam Defenders, they would just get simply thrown out of the game, and because it hit for 4 and now hits for 3, which is a pretty big change.
Yes, even though it's just 1 strength.
Question here, has Kiramet changed?
Yes, Kiramet has changed a bit. It's not a massive change, but it's much more powerful. Actually, it is a massive change, I was lying.
For me, it is a very big change, let's say that. Let me scroll all the way down.
I can just go to Northern Realms. Here we go. So, she still has her ability. When you play her, she will apply a shield to the entire row. The difference is after 2 turns, she'll apply it again, and
Yeah.
again, and again.
And again.
She'll apply the shield every 2 turns till she's on the board. And
Exactly.
That's the change.
That's pretty scary.
Yes.
And very good. All right. We covered that. I also wanted to kind of talk about more about what is going on currently with Northern Realms. Because people ask a lot about the Baron, and this card also changed, also about Poor Infantry. But let's start with the bloody Baron. Here we go.
So yeah, basically Baron itself didn't change. It still allows you to spawn Botling or Lubberkin, but Lubberkin has changed a lot.
Yes.
He's not he's not a medic anymore. He's basically buffing every next unit that will be played on the board when he's already active. Why did we do that? It's actually a really simple answer. Northern Realms wasn't supposed to be a faction that oscillates around graveyards. They were supposed to be a faction about, making cards gold, buffing them, and keeping them on the board strong and unmovable.
Yeah.
And this is exactly why we changed the Baron. He was being used in the archetype that wasn't meant for Northern Realms.
Yeah, because normally when you think about resurrecting stuff from your graveyard, you think about Skellige, of course.
Yes.
And here the case was that some of the top tier decks were actually playing Bloody Baron in a way that they would resurrect it all the time. They promoted, resurrected, so it was getting super crazy and out of hand in some way.
Exactly.
So that's the main change. So we covered Baron. I'll go up to Poor Infantry because I saw it come up somewhere.
Yeah.
What happened here?
It's changed as well. How did it change? Like before, Poor Infantry was spawning 1 copy, but the exact copy of itself. So if it had any tokens or something like that, it was copying it. It was copying the value. It was copying the almost everything. So if you actually used Foltest on it, you could have get like 2 copies of the really powerful card.
Yeah.
And it was changed. Right now it spawns 2 copies, but these are only the base copies of the card. So these are just 2s. They won't copy any tokens, they won't copy any value, they will be just 2s. You can still obviously copy, a really buffed Poor Infantry card with Foltest, but this will be the only copy that will keep the tokens, will keep the value and stuff. All of the copies spawned by the copied copy will be just 2s.
Yeah. Yeah, because Poor Infantry was kind of going crazy, if you saw, and that's why the change here happened. People are asking about t-shirts, like Gwent t-shirts. We don't have these yet for you guys. I mean, especially these were especially for the event, but we will consider this if there's such a big demand. And I'm seeing that there is actually everybody talking about t-shirts. So, of course, we'll think about it. Another question that I see coming up is questions about the reset. If there will be a reset, of course, we will inform you through our official channels. So on our forums, on Facebook, Twitter, you'll get the full information. So please just wait for an official kind of press release from us.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. We covered what I wanted pretty much here, I think. Is there anything I'm missing? I think no.
No, I think
also, I saw a lot of people talking about Prince Stannis and how he changed now, and also Yavin was mentioned here. So like we said before, all the disloyal units that let you draw additional cards are now immune to weather. And actually, you'll be able to see it once we play the game, that they have this special icon on them that lets you know that they're immune to weather.
Yes, we changed the visibility of some.
They're more visible
tokens.
now. You can really like see what's happening. Also coming back to monsters and their passive ability, does this ability apply to tokens in a way when we're talking about Eredin being put on the battlefield?
Yes.
Will he stay as the
Yes,
last
he
card
will.
played? Of course. That's what I thought. We just wanted to clarify this for you guys. All right. Moving on to Scoia'tael. So there has been, for me, a lot of changes, but maybe not so many. The biggest change is that some cards, like almost all cards in Scoia'tael, you could put them out whenever you wanted on the board. And now, like the Elven Mercenary, for example, you can only play them on the first row.
Yes, most of the, I mean not most of the, but some of the Scoia'tael cards are not agile anymore. why did we do that? It's basically because they had too many answers to almost anything.
Yeah.
Like they had too many answers to weather, because if you affected the weather row, they could have just, used Blue Mountain Commando and just swap the rows or something like that. You could have played almost every card on any row that you wanted.
Yeah.
Therefore, weather wasn't affecting them that much. And we changed this only for the units that don't really need agility. Because units that that affect the entire row, they still need to be agile. We still want them to be agile, so they kept their agile status. We just removed it from the card, like Elven Mercenary, that actually doesn't need to be agile, or
It's true.
Yeah, or from the cards that can affect the entire board anyway.
Yeah, and it's a little bit harder to run away from weather effects, like
Exactly.
you said, which is I think quite important, because as you probably saw, Aeromancy was played in almost every top tier Scoia'tael deck.
Yep.
So yeah, like you mentioned, some cards are still agile, like War Dancers, for example. Any other changes that you want to go through? I heard people wanted to talk about Yavin, but I think we covered that. Here's a change that I'm quite interested in.
Yes.
Shiru. I really like this card. Really like this card.
Yes, Shiru changed a bit and Aida changed a bit.
Yes.
Let's start with Shiru. Shiru will still trigger from both sides of the board. So if you'll cast a special card, you'll trigger Shiru. If your opponent will cast a special card, it will trigger Shiru. But his Scorch effect will only affect the opponent's side of the board. It won't affect your side of the board. So you can use it more tactically. It will be much easier to use.
Yeah, because I've been running into this problem that sometimes I play the special card, but I only have specials and I have Shiru, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to play this card, but I know I want to get ahead of my opponent. And I was scared because my unit was the strongest one. So I was kind of in a pickle, but now thanks to this, it'll be a lot easier to use this card. I also like it a lot. You also mentioned
Aida. Aida is
she?
up and in the middle, and here we go.
Here we go.
Yeah, so she will only trigger from the opponent's special card, so you won't be able to cancel your special cards anymore. She'll be a counter spell for your opponent.
Yeah, that's interesting. Someone is asking what reset will actually mean. Will they lose the cards? The kegs that they bought with real money? No, like we said before. All the kegs which you purchase with real money will be returned to you, of course. So that's quite important. Someone said, my beautiful Aida. Yeah, I also like her a lot. Okay, so we covered this. We covered that. Do we want to talk about the new cards? I think
we can start. You want to start with Skoya?
I actually want to start with the special cards. I think that's. I'll go down, and we'll start with a new potion that we have here. It's called the Blizzard Potion.
Yes.
And what does it do?
It does actually a bit more than it stated in here, because apart from toggling the weather immunity status on all instances of the card on the board, it will also clear weather effects from it. So if your card is affected by weather, you can play Blizzard on the card, and it will get cleared from the weather effect, and then it will get weather immunity status.
Yeah.
So it works like that, but it only works with actually all of the copies of the chosen card that are already on the board.
Yep.
Simple as that. If you play it on something that already has a weather immunity, it will take away that immunity.
Yeah, it will lose a weather immunity, which is super strong if you think about it. Especially that you could play this on a disloyal unit, right?
Yeah, of course.
That lets you draw cards. So
exactly.
Yeah, it requires one more move from you, but I think it's super fair. All right, neutral cards. And here we'll show Cleaver as the first one.
Yeah.
A card that I really like a lot, and I know it will see play in my dwarf deck for sure. So what it does, it locks a non-gold unit on the battlefield. So locked units are the ones that lose their abilities. So and also tokens, right? So
yes.
Gwent, Resilient, these are the things that the cards will lose. And yeah, and that's super strong. Because normally when you probably saw all the materials from YouTubers and streamers, You saw that like the lock was only played in the Nilfgaard deck. Well, it's actually, if you have Cleaver, you can have this ability. And it's a new mechanic totally, so you can have it in any other faction, which is super cool.
Yes, and basically blocks all of the abilities. It includes Death Wish abilities, so abilities like
Yeah.
Cow. So when unit is removed from the board and it was supposed to do something,
Yeah.
if it was locked, it won't do that again.
Yeah, true that. All right, let's move on.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move on to Cyprian, or Cyprian Wiley. There he is.
Here we go.
He's, as you can probably see, he's not by his name that you might know him from The Witcher 3, but this is his real name, to be honest.
Exactly.
What does this guy, horrible guy, do?
Yeah, he's a really tricky card. And as you said, he's a really horrible person. And
Yeah.
he likes to inflict pain and things like that.
And suffering.
So basically, when he's played, he deals 2 damage to the entire, and actually it's a 2 base damage to the entire opposite side of the board.
Mm-hmm.
So your opponent is hurt a lot. But again, he's a bad guy. So if you remove him from the battlefield
Yeah.
by any means, then everybody will be happy and everybody will be buffed
Yeah.
by 2. So it's a really tricky card. If your opponent has more cards than you, then when you remove this card from the board, it can actually benefit your opponent more.
Exactly. Agreed. Yeah, terrible person, for sure. Also, we'll be playing against David. I think he has in his deck.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure. Yeah. So you'll see how the card actually works
Hopefully.
on
If
the
he'll draw
battlefield,
it.
if he'll draw it, of course. All right. Let's move on to monsters. Dum, dum, dum. And let's start with the harpies. Which harpy do you want to?
The normal ones
The normal
probably
one.
first.
All right, here you go.
Yeah, so this is the normal harpy. She's a weak creature, but her ability lies in the fact that she lays 2 eggs. And eggs themselves, as you can see in the tooltip here, are quite powerful things because
Yes.
they are breedable,
Yes.
they are fleeting, which they are
Yes.
not in this build,
Yeah.
and they will add in total 6 power when anything consumes them. It's basically
Yes.
one power because they have 1 power plus 5 of the bonus, of the consuming bonus. Let's
Yeah.
call it like that.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the eggs, and let's jump to Solano Harpy now.
Yeah, will do. There she is.
And this is Solano Harpy, and she hatches the eggs.
Yes.
So instead of eating the eggs with other units, you can use this Harpy to hatch the eggs into Harpies that will get buffed, and on the top of that, Solano Harpy will get buffed as well. Therefore, it's basically your choice if you want to consume cards that are already on the board.
Yeah.
You should stick with eggs. If you want to consume something that is in the graveyard, then you should probably hatch the eggs with Solano Harpy and eat Harpies from the graveyard.
Yeah.
That sounds disgusting.
In a way, it does, to be honest. But yeah, that's what it does. There was a question here when we were talking about a locked card. What about if you decoy this card and you play the card again that is locked? Can you do that? And
Yes,
and
you can.
it gets its ability back.
Yes,
All right,
because
so
it
resets
goes
the
back
whole
to your
thing.
hand. It's like everything in the game up till now. If
Yeah.
you'll take card to your hand again, it will get cleared of any effect, any buffs and debuffs, and you can replay it again as a brand new card.
Cool, nice. So we covered the harpies, we covered their eggs and how they're breedable. Now, old spear tip.
Yeah.
There he is.
Yeah, it's a crazy card.
It is. It's a super crazy card. When I first read it, I was like, what?
Yeah, he sounds a bit overwhelming.
Yeah.
But he's a card that toggles a lot, if played properly, obviously.
Yeah.
So when you play him, he's sleeping, like he was sleeping in Witcher 3, right? Because he's the guy from Kermoren,
Yeah.
just sleeping there.
Yeah.
The giant.
The giant. Yeah.
So,
The guy. Yeah, he's a guy.
exactly. So he sleeps there, he just buffs your units on the roll. But if 3 or more units will appear on the opposite row, he'll
Yeah.
wake up. When he'll wake up, he'll be
You don't
angry.
want that.
Yeah, he'll be angry and he'll start dealing damage to the opposite row.
Yeah.
And as long as there are 3 units on the opposite side of the board, he'll stay awake. He deals
Awoken.
damage. Yeah,
All the time.
He'll deal damage only once. But if he'll get rid of the units on the opposite side of the board, he'll come down and he'll go back to sleep again.
No rest for the wicked.
Exactly. So
He'll
this
never sleep.
This is how it works. It sounds a bit overwhelming, but it works.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's something totally new for me.
Yep.
It's and I really like it. And I like the flavor on it that you have two options that it's either awoken or asleep, which is really cool. He won't sleep much probably, so poor guy. All right, let's go down to our gold card. Gold card of the day, Succubus.
Yep. Again, a tricky card.
Yeah, but we played against it, and whoa.
Yes, she's really powerful.
Super scary.
What she does is basically you play her on the opponent's side of the board on any row, and after 2 turns she'll steal the highest unit on that row to your side. So obviously you should play her only when there's something higher than she is on the opponent's side of the board, because in the other, I mean, if you'll play her when there's nothing powerful there, you'll just give your opponent's point. So you should probably use her against people that will buff their units a lot.
Yeah. Agreed. Someone is asking, sorry, I was looking at the chat. Someone asked if there will be a Spanish version of the game. There will be, for sure. It's just, will take some time, but of course. Yeah. Cool. A lot of people are asking about the reset. What I wanted to say is please wait for an official statement from us. Until then, that's all we can say for now.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So we covered monsters, the new cards, Northern Realms.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Here we go. We passed through Nilfgaard all the way to Northern Realms, and for the first card, I think Death Mode.
Yeah.
Where are
Something
you?
with silver, so.
Yeah, I'll start with silvers.
Okay, so Death Mode. It's a pretty straightforward card. Like, it has a lot of power because it's worth 9 points.
Yeah.
So it's strong. And his ability is you can just choose any unit, non-gold unit, in your opponent's graveyard, and you can banish it from the game. And that's it.
Yeah, simple as that.
Yeah.
True. A lot of people are saying that they still haven't received their key. We're sending out invites all the time to you guys. So our plan is to send invites to everybody. So just simply wait for your key. You'll get an email from us for sure. True?
Yep.
True. All right. So we had that mode. Let's move to the Cadwani Siege Expert. Sorry for my pronunciation. There we go. And he's also pretty crazy, pretty cool, and has super cool synergy with Siege machines. But I'll let you take over because I see you're eager to talk about it more.
Yeah, if you want to.
No. Please, you're the game designer here.
Basically, this card is actually connected to a bigger change. I mean, not change, so something new that we introduced with this patch, because we introduced a machine tag. And machine tag is applied to all of the machines, and not only in Northern Realms, but in every faction. Like, Skellige has their Drakars, and Drakars will be machines from now on. And Nilfgaard will have their own siege machines. So
They do.
But let's go back to the card. So you play it as 5 strength units on the board, and then whenever a machine unit appears on your side of the board, this guy will lose 1 health, I mean 1 strength, but he'll give 3 strength to the machine. As simple as that.
Yeah.
If you have more than 1 of those on the board, obviously every single one of them will trigger.
Yeah, people are asking if there will be rewards for beta testers. Of course there will be. And also at the end of the season, also there will be rewards. So just so you guys know, don't worry about that. So I think we covered the Siege Expert. We'll move on to Infantry now, I think.
Sure.
Sounds good.
It's a simple unit. We'll cover it quickly.
It should be somewhere.
Yes,
Here it is. There we go.
So, a really simple unit. Just
hey, all Temerian foot soldiers from your deck. Easy.
Exactly.
Simple as that. Boom. Cool. Okay. I saw someone mentioning this card in the comments, and we have Triss Butterfly spell. And this is pretty crazy. When I first saw it, I was like, wow, and then I was like, double wow. So now we're like triple wow. But tell me what this does and when you should be using this card.
Yeah, it's a really specific card because it will change a bit the way you're playing cards. Like, when you play her, she'll buff your entire hand, I mean of every unit in your hand, by 4 points.
Yeah.
But when she's removed, she'll debuff your entire hand by 4 points. So basically when you play her, you probably will feel inclined to play all of your units in that round when she's on the board.
Yeah.
Because basically they will be just stronger, and as soon as they will land on the board, they won't lose the buff they got from her.
Yeah.
But again, if you play her and then you'll draw a card, for instance,
Yeah.
this card won't get a buff from her because
Exactly.
it wasn't on
In
the
your
hand
hand when the
when you
ability
play her.
triggered. Yeah.
But it will still get the debuff from her when you'll remove her. So obviously, if you'll draw a card, you should probably use it,
Yeah.
or it can get hurt. And again, if it will lose, I mean, if it will drop down to 0, it will just go to graveyard because it's
Yeah.
dead.
I'll mention again that this is not the final build.
Yes,
but
it's not.
some of these cards might still change. If you're interested when the patch is coming out, it's coming out on the 6th, so Monday. Yeah, I just interrupted you here. But we're moving on to Squaretel now,
Okay,
if that's fine with you, my friend.
sure thing.
What should we start with? Maybe Mr. Dennis Kramer.
Yeah, sure. You want to talk something about him?
At the end of each turn, reset all other non-gold units on a row, and you can place them on your row. You can place it on your opponent's row, and this is pretty good because what I think is when you have your opponent investing into one of your cards, then you can just reset them, and it won't be, I don't know, 20 power. It'll go back to 3 or 4. So it's super crazy.
It's a versatile card. Like you can play it offensively against your opponent that buffs a lot, or you can play it defensively if you want to, reset your cost to the base value.
Yeah. Or you can, for example, you have a weather effect, you can play him. Your cards go back to their previous base strength, so it's super cool. Super cool. Very versatile. Like you mentioned. All right. Dolplatana Marksman.
Yep.
Yep.
Again, there's one slight change with this card. It actually removes 5 power, not 4.
Wow.
But this card is actually an answer to the removal in our game. Like we had a lot of stuff that was just dealing damage and removing cards from the board, and we still like the interaction part of that. Like you're interacting with your opponent, you're doing something to the other side of the board. We just didn't like the fact that it was removing too many cards. So this card is an answer to that because it's a strong card. It's a 7. So if it won't meet additional conditions, it will still be a pretty decent card worth 7 points. But if your opponent has something worth more than 10 points on their side of the board, you can target that and you can deal 5 damage to it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but for sure you won't remove that unit.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Moving on. I want to show the smuggler for sure. So let's move to the smuggler.
Yep.
You can see it on your screen right now.
Yeah, it's a really good answer to swarming decks. Like if you suspect that your opponent will play a lot of cards, this is a really good card to keep in your hand, because when you play it, it will get 1 strength for each unit played by your opponent.
Yeah.
So, for instance, if your opponent will play a breeding deck, it will get really a lot of points.
Yeah. Some people are saying that we have a bad signal. I hope that you guys can see the screen. Will work on the camera right now, so no worries, we'll be back. Moving on, since we covered the smuggler, I think it's time for the gold card here, which is Athene, which you might know for her prophecy of the end of the world's doom, let's say. And what does she do?
She's a really powerful lock unit. I mean, you play her on any row on the board, and after 1 turn, she'll lock every unit on that row. So she'll remove abilities and tokens from every unit on that row. So she's really powerful, but she's really hard to use, again.
Yeah.
Because actually your lock ability is not that easy to use as it seems.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to lock it down. Haha, wordplay.
Yes.
Pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're known for our very bad jokes. All right, so we had this. Let's move on to Skellige. And a lot of people I see, like in the comments and also on Facebook and Reddit, are kind of concerned about Skellige and its health, let's say, at the moment. And I can tell you, rest assured, that Skellige is really strong, especially that's what you told me today. And it also has a couple new cards that we added, which I wanted to show you guys. So let's start with Jenga. Jenga Fred. Where is Jenga Fred?
There he is. Oh yeah, here we go.
You might know this guy. He's a bounty hunter. And what he does, he lets you discard a non-gold unit, but from your deck.
Exactly.
And then you have to shuffle your deck, which is super cool because if you want to get rid of a card that you want to resurrect later, this is simply perfect for your strategy.
It'll give you, it just gives you access to the card that you want to use, and you can draw it, but maybe you can resurrect it.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I like the art how he's pushing this prisoner forward. All right, Shield Maiden.
Yep.
I love the Shield Maidens. They're really cool. They have, also go back, you guys can see, they have 3 different arts that you can have, and they all form one beautiful piece.
Picture.
Yep. We'll show the one in the middle.
Yeah, and she's more or less simple. Basically, whenever one copy of her will get damaged by any means necessary,
Yeah.
she'll summon another one. If
Yeah.
that one will get damaged, she'll summon one as well. So
Exactly.
if you'll first play Savage Bear and then play one of those girls, then all of them will come to the board just in one go.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy. And it's really cool. All right. We covered that, so we can move on to the Armor Smith. The Armor Smith is here.
Okay.
There he is.
So it's a really good unit for weather decks because
Yeah.
we're actually trying to encourage people to play weather decks not only with monsters but with
With other factions.
other factions as
Yeah.
well. And this actually works with Skellige in Dispatch, at least for me.
Yeah.
Why these guys work well with weather? Because Skellige usually is based on base strength power, right?
Mhm.
And this guy, when you play him, it will reset the entire row to the base set. So, but only once, not like Dennis every time,
Yeah.
but only once, only when you'll play it.
All right.
So and he's obviously agile, so you can play it on any row. So if you'll just have, few weather immune units on the board, you can just, and they were damaged by the opponent, you can just play this guy and they will go back to their base value.
Yeah.
And on the top of that, he's immune to weather as well.
Yeah, he's super cool. Super cool. You told me that you play him on your decks. Also, the question was, did the Queen's Guard, are they still here? Yes, they are. There's Shield Maidens and there's Queen's Guard, of course. So
Yes.
of course.
Queen's Guard are changed a bit, like they are not 3s anymore, but they are 2s.
Yeah.
But they are still really powerful. And if you'll discard 2 of them with Bran up front, you'll have 2 4s in the graveyard up front and 1 2. You can just bring them to the board like with the second card played, because first you needed to discard them with Bran, so you have immediate access to them.
Yeah. Super awesome.
Yeah, and they still buff Ceres. Ceres is buffed a bit as well.
Ceres has now 12 starting, if I will show her.
Yep.
Although she's not a new card, but she changed. So there she is.
Yep. It was a really simple change. I
Yeah.
have nothing to talk
Yeah,
about
yeah,
others.
yeah, I agree. Just wanted to stop, enjoy the art. I really like it.
Mhm.
I actually chose Ceres to be the queen of Skellige and the Witcher thing. That's why.
So did I.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that about you. All right. Moving on to the new cards. I think we covered everything except the gold card, which is the Wild Boar of the Sea.
Exactly. This is a new, really cool card that will synergize extremely well with other Drakas in Skellige deck and with pirates, both pirate captains and normal pirates.
Yes.
Because how he works, I mean, it works. You play Wild Boar of the Sea, and if there is a weather, the rain actually affecting the board, like if there is a the rain on the board, it will spawn Clan Demon pirates at the end of each turn to your
Yeah.
deck. I managed to actually spawn 7 pirates at some point. So basically, if you have all 3 pirates in your deck and you'll spawn 7 more, then you play a Demon Pirate, and it will discard all 9 pirates that you already have in your board. So if you had, for instance, your pirate captains on the board, they will get buffed 9 times. I mean, their ability will get triggered 9 times. And obviously it works with War Drakkars as well.
Yeah. Some people are still referring to us Retus. Luigi is not Retus,
I'm not
so,
Retus.
so no. He's Luigi.
Yes, I'm Luigi.
Simply.
Or Cesarz Basu.
Or Cesarz Basu on Twitter. You can follow him on Twitter. Cesarz Basu is in Polish, so it's pretty hard, but yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. True that. So we covered some of the new cards. Let's switch to the part you guys been really waiting for, which is Nilfgaard. But before we play a match, it will be really cool to show you some of the cards.
Yeah, sure.
Cool? All right.
But we will still be building the deck, so we can show it while building.
Yeah, it's true. But all right, let's do it like that.
I mean, it's up to you. If you want to just go browse through collection really quickly first.
I think that would be really cool.
Okay, let's do it. We can show some premiums as well. Actually, then you would need to go to filters.
Yeah, I'll filter off so you guys can see all the cards. All of them.
Here we go.
Everything. All right, so we start off with our leaders. We have Emir van Emreis, which you probably know from The Witcher 3. And his ability reveals 2 random cards in your opponent's hand.
Yeah, but again, some of these cards may change. Because we're still working on them and we're still working on leaders. Like, we want Emir for sure to be connected to the revealing pillar of Nilfgaard, because Nilfgaard, you know, is based on 3 pillars of the game. One is revealing, one is resource control, so it's just putting cards in the proper order in your deck, and one is infiltration, so just playing spying units.
Yeah, it's
true. So Emir will be connected with revealing for sure. Morvan should be connected with resource control, and Jan Calvite actually, is connected with infiltration. So
there we go.
We will keep that, but maybe they will change a bit. We are still thinking about them, so don't take this for granted.
Yeah. As you probably saw in the version that the streamers and YouTubers showed you guys, John simply took all the disloyal units and moved them to your side. Now this was reduced to only 3 units, which is, I think, more fair, to be honest. All right. You covered this guy here, right here. I'll show his premium. You play a disloyal unit from your deck, which is really strong. If you're looking for a specific disloyal, you can just get it.
Okay. What would you like to cover?
I'd like to talk about treason for sure.
Okay.
Because I really like the card. The art is pretty scary on it, but it's a card that I used with a lot of success, let's say. Move on an opposing, so you move an opposing unit that's spying for you to your side, but additionally you add +4 to it. So we'll show you later more disloyal units like Cantarella, which has 8 power, and then she gets +4. It's super awesome. It's really cool. And because I always, whenever playing a unit that's disloyal and you play on your opponent's side, you feel that you're losing some, points, and now you can just go like, whoa.
Take them back.
Yeah.
And actually get something more as well out of them.
Yeah. A lot of people are talking about Vilga Forts in the chat, so let's go to his premium version, which is a bit scary. If you read the books, you'll know what's happening here. That's all I can say.
Exactly.
I don't want to spoil it. You can see he's pretty happy. And his ability is he destroys a non-gold unit, and if it was on the opposing side, your opponent draws a card but reveals it, and you really want to see what it is. So especially if you're playing Nilfgaard, you want to see what your opponent is playing. But if you destroy your own unit, which we sometimes do, you have to play...
you'll draw and play.
Yeah, you'll draw and play a card, and it's really cool.
The really important thing is, if your opponent passed, you can only target your side.
Yeah, which is interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, I've made this mistake once, so yeah.
So this is one of the most powerful cards in Nilfgaard, actually. It's really versatile and we can use it a lot.
True. Yeah. Since we're going down through the gold cards, also by popular demand, here's Leto Goulet, which you know from The Witcher 2, Assassin's Creed Kings. Awesome. This is his premium version. You probably, if you saw the trailer for The Witcher 2, you remember this scene when he's kind of running on the frozen ship. And his ability also changed because what you saw from the streamers and YouTubers was that he banished the whole row, all the non-gold units, and now he works only on 3. So, and you get to choose which 3 you want to banish.
But again, it's still not set in stone.
Yes.
It still may change.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, this is not the final version of the build, so a lot of things are still changing. So, yeah. True that. Let's move on.
Yes, let's move on.
Okay, 2 more gold cards and we'll move on to silvers. Vatier.
It's a really interesting card and really powerful at that, because it allows you to target 2 cards on your hand, reveal them to your opponent, and in return your opponent will reveal 2 random cards as well. So basically you can just choose 2 cards that you want to reveal to your opponent to maybe lure them into playing something, or just 2 useless cards that you think won't give your opponent that much information, or you're just sure that you're going to mulligan them later on. Therefore, he's really versatile. He really works well with revealing decks. And he's really cool, and he's basically a head of intelligence of Nilfgaard. So.
Yeah, he's the head of intelligence, which is the most important thing. I like how he's wiping the dagger like out of blood, and there's a body behind him. It's pretty scary.
And he has a relationship with Cantarella as well. I don't know if you knew that.
Interesting. You know your lore, my friend.
Yeah, of course.
Talking about Cantarella.
Yep.
Let's show her. There she is. As you can see, she's trying to steal something here.
Exactly. Important information.
Yes, and most important, like we said, disloyal units are now immune to weather. And what she lets you do is, I really like this a bit. Look at the top card in your deck, and you may place it on the bottom of your deck. If you do, you draw a card. So for example, you look at the top card, you see something that you really like, so you want to draw it, of course. But if you see something that you don't want at this time, you can put it at the bottom, draw a card, and you might get something really cool.
Exactly.
So that's the point, pretty much.
Just remember that when you'll get to choose the card, when you'll get to take a pick of the card on the top of your deck, if you'll select this card, it will go to the bottom of the deck. So if you want to keep the card, you just need to discard.
Yeah, I already see people writing Team Cantarella. She's not a good person. Yeah.
She was Witcher 3 as well.
Yeah, true. Okay, so we covered her. Also, let's talk about a bit about Albrecht.
We're going to take him into our deck as well.
Yeah, we'll have him in our deck for sure. So he simply works a bit like Avalok in some way, but you play him on your side.
Yes.
And you draw a card, of course.
Yes.
And your opponent draws a card, but that card is revealed, which we want to do.
We're so in sync. We're so in sync right now.
We are. We always are. Come on, man. Of course we are. All right. Moving on to straight to fake Siri. So yeah.
Yeah, it's a really tricky card because it can actually hurt you as well. Like when you play her on the opponent's side of the board. She'll get 1 point with each turn passed. I mean, with every turn she'll get more and more and more powerful. But when your opponent will pass, she'll go back to your side of the board. Obviously, you're usually being greedy. You will be really greedy with her, so you'll just let her trigger her ability on her own. But sometimes it's actually, it's not that safe, because if your opponent is playing monsters, they can consume her when she's really, really powerful and then pass. Or if they have Lethal, they can just, wait for her to grow really strong and then to just banish her and just take her points. So you need to play smart with her. It's like a really, really tricky card.
And it's quite difficult because what you want to do is you want to play her instantly.
Yes,
Because
as soon as possible.
you want the card to become super strong and move to your side, but of course your opponent can do something bad.
Yeah, if you
this.
suspect your opponent to play something against her, you just use treason to steal her before
Yeah.
they are ready to do that.
But you also have to like time your play, and you know pretty much when is the time to actually take her back to on your side. All right.
Actually, don't use treason because she'll still have ability and then she'll change sides.
Yeah. that's a bad idea. Treason then
Unless
silence.
she's locked.
Yeah. Cool. When we talk about card reveals, it's good to mention the mangonels,
Yep.
which are really cool. And they remove 2 strength from a random unit, opposing unit, of course, every time a card in hand is revealed. So whenever you reveal something from your opponent's hand, boom.
From both hands, actually. If you'll reveal your
true.
cards as
It's
well,
true.
it will trigger as well.
Yeah, it will trigger on your reveals and your opponent's reveals. Yep. All right, I think we'll move on to building the deck, and then we'll show kind of more of these cards. There's a lot actually to cover. We have to cover all of these.
Yep.
So back. You guys are probably not seeing us. We're trying to solve this issue, but you are of course seeing the screen, which is super fine. The problem is that Luigi combed his beard for like 30 minutes to look good for the stream, and this is what happened.
Sad.
That's how it is. All right, Nilfgaard, of course.
Yeah. I think let's go with John Calvite. Let's play the Disloyal deck.
Yeah, let's do it. So here's John, his premium version. I like the petal of roses everywhere.
Yep.
All right, moving on to golds. We always like to start with our gold units. So what, Letho for sure?
Yeah, Litho is always a good choice.
I know we want
Vilgefortz
Vilgefortz for sure. Oh, we're in sync today, really.
Yeah, I would go for Tibor.
Tibor, you really like Tibor.
Yeah.
And he's, we haven't talked about Tibor yet. If your opponent doesn't pass, he gains plus 15 strength.
Yeah, but
Which
your opponent
is,
will get a cut.
Yeah. But he or
Revealed
she
card.
reveals it. Yup.
But let's take him.
Let's take him.
It's a really sneaky play if you just
Yeah.
won around, then you play him and you pass. And your opponent needs to catch up 22 points even though they got a card.
We didn't cover this card, and this
Sartisius,
guy,
yes.
Sartisius, he ties into the fake Siri if you read the books. Basically, he was hired by the Emperor to find Siri.
He was a diviner and he was
Yeah.
hired to find a normal Siri, but he found fake Siri. Therefore, Emir sentenced him to death in prison. So he's still sitting there, or he's dead.
Poor guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
But let's not take him, let's take Stefan.
Yeah.
It worked better with our deck.
Let's go through Stefan quickly. You choose a card in your deck, then shuffle your deck, and then place the chosen card on top. So you pretty much choose anything you want, put it on top. If you have anything that lets you draw cards, you get the most, let's say, wanted card.
Yep.
Super great. My problem with this card is I forget to play it.
Yeah, it's really important to
and
play
I leave it for the last round, and I'm like,
Yes.
no!
I mean,
Why?
even in the last round, he's still 9 points. It's a solid card.
Yeah. He's awesome. So for sure we'll use him here.
And we
One
actually
more.
filled all of our golden
they're all
slots.
here. They're all
Yep.
here. Silver.
Yep.
Premium decoy for you decoy lovers here.
But I don't think we'll use it in this deck.
We won't. But I like the arrows whooshing.
Treason for sure.
Treason for sure. That
It's
card
really
we covered.
important for disloyal decks. Fake Siri. Let's
Siri,
show her.
of course.
Let's go with
Joachim,
Joachim.
yeah.
We want as many disloyal units as we can.
Yeah, what he does, he
Yes.
plays the top loyal non-gold unit in your deck, and adds 8 strength to it.
Yep.
Super crazy, super good. Do we want Ox here or Albrecht?
You know what? I would actually try Iris this time, because last time we had
Ooh.
quite a few cards on our side of the board, and if we would buff her with Iris, it would be really nice. And we are supporting our Nausicaa brigade that is behind us.
Yeah,
but
they're
you
behind
can't
us.
see
You
it,
can't
so.
see it. Oops. Yeah.
But it will work with her really well.
Yeah. Iris.
Yep.
There you go. It's on you, man.
Okay. We'll see. Maybe it will actually, let us win.
We want Cantarella for sure,
Yeah,
right?
Cantarella is really, really important, and Albrecht.
And Albrecht for our last spot.
Mm-hmm. Then we're good with Sylvas.
Yes, we can move on to bronze, and I think we'll start with the Sloyos for sure.
Yeah. We need emissaries, and we need ambassadors. But we need only one Vicovaro medic, I would say.
The problem with the Vicovaro medic for us, for sure, is whenever we put more than one, we get to draw all of them and
With emissaries.
with emissary, and it doesn't do anything. So, yeah, he resurrects the bronze non-permadeath unit from your opposing, or from the opposing player's graveyard.
Let's just take only one of them.
He's been called the bronze caretaker.
He is a bronze caretaker because he resurrects only bronze non-permadeath units from the opponent's graveyard.
Yeah,
But he can't select silvers. For
it's
sure.
true. Yeah, exactly. So that's
And
for
he's
me.
much weaker
Yeah.
as well.
For me, that's he's totally different.
Mhm.
But all right. Emissaries and ambassadors. How many?
All of them. Let's
so
take all of
3
them.
and 3. Yeah, emissaries. They play the top bronze unit in your deck. So
Mhm.
1, 2, 3, and 3 ambassadors.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Ambassadors add 10 strength to a random non-gold unit on your side of the battlefield. But you'll get to see that.
You're giving the body to your opponent, and you're
Yeah.
giving 2 points to them as well.
You'll see that in action for sure. We want, of course, we're playing the Soils. We
Yeah,
want Imperial
let's
Brigade.
take Imperial Brigade. Maybe only 2 of them. I don't think we need 3.
Yeah. Boom.
Let's
Plus
take
2 strength for each spying unit on the battlefield. We'll have a lot of those, so
Mhm.
it works perfectly.
Let's take 1 Nausicaa, maybe 2 if we want to
2 max, I think.
trigger Iris. Yeah, let's take 2 of them.
Yeah.
And let's go to special cards, I think. We will probably want some Manticore Venom.
Yeah.
As we suspect.
We're playing against David. He likes to play the new kind of deck with the harpies and the eggs.
Exactly.
So Manticore Venom works all the time.
1 or 2 of them.
Yeah. So
Let's take 2.
2?
Last time it worked.
Yeah, last time it worked.
And I think
Remember
1.
we kept drawing the Manticore Venom. I'm like,
Yep.
no, I want something else.
Let's go for 1 First Light then, and 1 the Blizzard, I would say.
People are saying Kahir, that we should pick Kahir.
Kahir won't work with
Yeah.
Calvate that much,
Yeah.
because with Calvate you'll
It's
probably
not
use
good
him
synergy.
once, you'll steal all of the disloyal units, but you don't want to use him twice. I
Yeah.
mean, you can, but I don't think it would benefit us
No,
much.
not that much. I mean, normally we have 3 or 4 like spying units, so
Yep.
we can take 3 of them. So I think that's pretty much enough.
Kahir works best with Emir and Revealing deck, actually.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
then it's really easy to reveal the entire deck of your opponent.
Yeah, especially if you have
deck, hand,
yeah, if you have mangonels and
Yep.
they fire every time for each reveal
Or
card,
spotters.
it's like boom, 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 boom. Yeah, yeah,
Okay, let's go with First Lights.
yeah. One,
Yeah, and 1
One is
Blizzard, I
enough.
would say.
1 blizzard.
Yeah.
So the new card, boom. Blizzard potion in
And I think we're good.
a lot of disloyals.
Yeah, last time it worked. So.
By the time it worked. All right, so we'll save.
Mm-hmm.
Back. We'll play probably like 2 matches,
Mm-hmm.
not more. So
It was hard for you to actually navigate a casual match.
yeah, true.
Okay, let's
Let's
jump
do
in.
it. Let's play against David. Premium Lacerate. People are like, wow. Yeah, it's really cool. You can say there's a question. I've seen it come up a couple times. How does Gwen work now?
Gwen has changed. It's actually much better now. Because basically right now, instead of choosing a unit on the board, it allows you to choose a unit in your hand, and it will apply shield to this unit in your hand and in your deck. I mean, every copy of it in your deck as well, or in your hand. But basically, it allows you to protect your unit before you'll play it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I redraw a couple cards, as you can see.
Can you hide cards? Because we need to check what. Okay.
Monsters.
Yes.
But we don't know if it's weather or if it's.
I think we need only one of those. It can be either Blizzard Potion or First Light. I think you can mulligan.
That's our last redraw. So which one?
I would mulligan Blizzard because Blizzard will be good if we know for sure that there will be some weather plates. Okay, so probably we should start with not Emissary because Emissary won't be a good choice for us, but we need to start with him because we don't have any better
What about
unit to
Joachim?
start.
You want to go all the way?
Let's not use Joachim until we...
We have 2 ambassadors, we might draw 1, or we'll have the chain of emissary, emissary,
Yeah.
to emissary.
Basically, we need to thin our deck before we'll use Joachim because we want to draw Albric with our Joachim.
So emissary.
Yep.
I have no time.
Emissary and boom.
Perfect.
That's perfect play right here.
Yes. Just take rid of. Get rid of one of those.
Yeah, and he'll get 8 base strength.
Yeah, because the way he works, it's basically Nausicaa brigades have four points. You can target any disloyal unit on the opponent's, actually on both sides of the board. You can attack this unit by 4 strength, and then if the unit was destroyed, you'll get 4 points on Nausicaa brigade on the top of that. Okay, this was really unlucky for us that we got our Blizzard Potion right after we mulliganed it.
Yeah.
But we'll just get rid of it with the next mulligan.
Yeah, because the passive ability of Nilfgaard, you get to get rid of 1 card.
I would say go for ambassadors.
Ambassadors?
Yep.
Because we have 2, yeah. Boom. Okay, let's go. Wow, 24.
Yeah, David has only played...
Could you comment on Philippa? That's the question from the chat.
I mean, I can.
What's happening with Philippa?
Right now we didn't change her at all. We're still thinking about her. We're not 100% happy with her as she is right now. But changes for her will come with next patches, let's say so.
Yeah, I think that answers the question. What now? As you see...
There are 3 disloyal units on the bot. David played eggs, so he'll be probably breeding them, and we don't have our Mantico's Venom.
Yes, although we have 2 on our deck, we don't have them.
If actually, no, he still is 1 card in front of us. Because the thing we could do right now is we could have just passed. Because if he wants to use, actually, probably it would be the best course of action, because he needs at least 2 cards to catch up with us, because he doesn't have enough eggs to thunderbolt them or to hatch them or to eat them. And even with Eredin, he'll just get 20 points. So he'll still need 4 more points, so he'll need to play 2 more cards to catch up with us.
Yeah.
I would say that this is the moment to pass.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that they like the eye effect on
spying units.
Yeah, on the spying units. It's really cool. So yeah, if you're asking, the UI has been updated. Also, if we'll be able to show, I don't know if we'll be able to show the locked units.
Yeah, we should be able to. Hopefully Cleaver will, not Cleaver. Oh no, we didn't took Ox.
No, we don't have Ox. Yeah, I just remember we didn't take Ox, so
we can swap 1 card for the next round.
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that at all.
Dudu.
That's nice. So he actually caught up with us, and Dudu
Normally
will stay
he
on the board.
plays him with King of Beggars to draw him for sure, but here it's just like
so here we go. It was the last card played, so he stayed on the board.
Boom.
Lucky, unlucky, I would say.
So Blizzard out?
Yeah, Blizzard out for sure, because David wasn't playing any disloyals.
Break.
Yeah, I would say you should start with it, but David starts, so.
Yeah, he won. Rally.
But maybe...
Everybody's like, that Dudu play, yeah, that was good. That was really good.
Yep. We can either start with Albric. Yeah, actually we should start with Albric.
I think we should.
Because we don't have any other way of thinning the deck. Actually, we could have used
King of Beggars.
First Light.
Yeah, next. That will happen next for
sure.
Because it'll be disloyal for sure.
Ooh. And here we go. We have our breed.
Yeah, you see 4 eggs actually appearing. Like we said, this is not the final build, so only 3 will appear.
Exactly.
Yep. All right. So what? First Light.
Yeah, I would
rally?
say First Light and Rally. probably will get emissary out of it. No, we
No,
won't.
medic.
But we will get emissary out of it, so go for
Emissary?
emissary, yeah.
A shame I
He'll
have
draw
no time.
maybe our last emissary. Here we
There
go.
we go.
And
boom.
perfect.
Crazy. Yeah, emissary, ambassador.
Okay, it's looking more or less good for us right now.
Such a
We'll see.
shame
Oh,
I must
here we go.
kill you.
Here we go.
That's succubus play.
Yeah.
So right now, if we leave her unchallenged, she'll steal our 18. So David will get 8 points out of this play. But we have Lifo
Yeah.
on our hand.
Yeah.
If we'll play Lifo right now,
That's the
he'll-
idea.
Yeah, he'll consume Albric, and there won't be any unit on the board for the succubus to steal. So we'll just get 10 points out of her, and we'll keep our 18.
Yeah.
So you should
Plus
do that.
1 point from Letho.
Yep, you
So
should.
19.
You should do that.
A lot of people are asking about a potential reset. If there will be one, we'll let you know through our official channels.
Okay, so this was actually a really good exchange for us because we didn't lose any points, and David virtually gave us 10 points
Yeah.
for free.
Yeah.
But he
Sounds
probably
fair.
wasn't expecting Lifo.
Yeah. Someone who wrote Dobrowolski smart. So you're smart, my friend. We
Here
know
we
that.
go. Okay, we'll see if David will actually invest. Oh, he will invest in this round.
Well, he will.
That's a lot of eggs, right?
Which is not good.
Oh, with just one Thunderbolt. Oh my god. 40 points.
We need to draw into something, but I mean,
I think you should start with Stefan.
I thought it was my idea.
Mhm.
And we're gonna look for Manticore.
We'll see. Yeah, probably Manticore.
What
Probably
do you
Manticore.
need?
It's something that we need.
Actually, you should probably put Cantarella on the top, because then, yeah, then we can play Joachim. Ah, no, Joachim will only get the loyal. Can you show me the Joachim? I'm pretty sure he's only getting loyals. Yep, loyal only.
Loyal only.
That was fail on my side.
Happens
do
to
it.
the best of us. All
We'll
right.
make it. We'll still make it. I feel like we're still in the game.
Well, we are until those eggs. Oh, there we go.
Oh my
Look
god.
at them go.
That's a lot of points.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
go
crazy.
go for Joachim.
Joachim.
Okay, not that bad.
Not that bad.
Actually, pretty
Pretty
decent.
good. Pretty good.
I would say we need to go all in, more or less.
We have to. We have to win this round to
Mhm.
make it.
I know what we can do. You can actually use Vilgeforth on our medic. Maybe we'll get Manticore's Venom.
Let's try it out.
Or maybe
Vilgefortz.
maybe we'll get Cantarella, but
So Vilgefortz on the medic?
yeah, I would say so. But just let David has it. His
Ah,
turn.
it's his turn.
The
Oh, here we go. Even more, even more. Go for Vilgefortz.
Vilgefortz.
So yeah, we are able to choose either David's side of the board or ours. But
And
we
we
don't
want
want
to choose
to.
ours.
Yeah, we don't want to give him card now. If he would have like 40 points or something on one card, then we probably would use it. But
Yeah.
now, just go for Vicovaro Medic.
Boom.
And let's hope for Manticore.
No one can hide from me.
Perfect.
Oh, perfect. So-
And selection.
And selection.
Yes, exactly. Can you look at our deck actually? Because yeah,
Three
we have only
cards.
3 cards left, and the one card will be
It'll be
drawn.
one more
anyway.
Manticore.
Yep. This Manticore will help us a lot.
It will hurt. It will hurt really bad. Dun, dun, dun.
Okay.
He's passing.
This is a Manticore play.
On the Harpies.
Yep.
And watch this.
Go for it.
Boom. That's
It's
so
actually-
nice. So nice. 63 to 63. That's so nice. So crazy.
I'm not sure what should we do. Should we go for ambassador, or should we just go for something simple? We shouldn't probably go for ambassador.
Something simple.
Let's just steal something from him with treason, I would say. Or maybe not, because we need these points for the next one.
No.
We don't have any good. No, I know what. Just play Tibor. We won't give him any card, and we'll just get 7 points, and that's it, because he already passed.
Oh, it's true.
Yeah.
Give no quarter!
Here we go. Now we can
There we
pass.
Before I pass, I'll also show you guys. Cantarella has this special kind of board thing here,
Oh yes.
which shows that now she's immune to weather.
Yes. As you said, we're updating the UI a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, I think
Passing.
you can pass. Yep.
Passing.
It's looking good for us because we're still in the game.
Yeah.
Okay, that was perfect.
Ooh, nice.
Usually egg wouldn't stay on the board, but it's not fleeting yet.
What do you want? This card?
I think actually we're looking good. I would
Iris?
say
We want Iris for sure?
yes.
Yeah, we do.
She's disloyal.
So we're
Mhm.
good?
Yes, we're good.
Finish your drawing then.
Hmm.
Accept.
She won't give us that much points as we would like to, but she's still good.
All right.
Okay, so fake city for status.
Fake Siri. Boom.
The good of the Empire. That is what matters.
Why did the harpies gain 2 strength and become 5 strength instead of 3 strength harpies?
Because they were hatched by Solano Harpy, and Solano Harpy buffs hatched harpies.
Yeah, that's +2, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Not with the ambassador, probably with Iris now.
Iris.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Any row? Do you fancy a row?
I don't fancy any role, like
First one?
whichever. Like really.
I just wanted to ask.
Okay, I'm thinking about the best possible outcome. We will play our Impera Brigade now, before Ambassador.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll get only 8 points out of it.
When we have 2 spying units,
Yep.
it's pretty good.
It could be better.
Will the game be
Oh,
on
no.
PS4?
Oh, no.
Of course it will. Oh, poor Iris.
Yeah, this will
Or not.
hurt us a lot.
Or Siri. Or Iris. Or Siri.
It's a tough choice.
Could you comment on Northern Realms when it comes to medics and scouts?
Yeah, but we were trying to, to address that all the time.
Yeah.
Like, as I said before, we don't want Northern Realms to be a faction focused on Graveyard.
The good of
We
the
want
Empire.
to...
That is what matters.
Big
What?
Siri steal.
Wait, what just happened?
Decoy.
Oh, he decoyed.
Big Siri on our side. Haha.
That's not that bad for us, actually. No, it is.
It is. It is because we can't treason her back.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll move to his side.
That's a tough stuff.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, but go for Impera Brigade now.
Imperial Brigade.
Yeah, I would say so.
Nilfgaard.
The bad thing is, right now, Alchemist will... There's a chance that he'll...
Ambassador.
Yeah, sorry. He'll target fake Siri, and we don't want that. Basically, Siri will move when we pass, not when
Yes.
David passes.
Yes.
Now we could have used some oaks.
Yeah. To silence.
Yep.
Ooh, Eridan.
It'll be really hard to actually come back from this.
Yeah.
Go for the ambassador, I would say.
Let's go.
Yep.
Nestedatu.
Okay. That
At least it wasn't
that bad.
Siri. Is Vicovaro Medic as good against Skellige as everyone is saying? Something
Yes
from
and
the
no. Like when I'm maining Skellige, and he is really good against Skellige, but I don't feel that punished when somebody steals something from my graveyard. It's basically you just need to invest in your graveyard smart. You can't put everything on one unit, because if this unit will get stolen, then you won't have any, ways of winning the game anymore. You just need to, lay out your Your buffs smart.
Yeah. David is thinking
Mm-hmm.
of a play.
Right now we just need to treason the alchemist.
Ambassador.
Sorry, yes. They are
Also
both.
starts with an A.
Yes, exactly.
Ooh.
Or maybe we won't steal our.
Yeah.
Okay. That is
Everything
not
got
the buff
eaten.
for us.
People are asking about Eridan and his new strength.
Yes.
Could you comment?
Yeah. Basically, right now he's not 10 anymore. He's 11. At first, we made him 12 because we wanted to buff him, but actually making him 12 wasn't that big of a buff because when you used him and then you used Swallow on him, he was immediately a target for Geralt Igni.
Yeah.
And we didn't want that to be the case.
We're
Okay.
not in a good spot at the
Yeah, we
moment.
just can't use anything actually. The
Yeah.
only thing you can do, you can use Nausicaa Brigade and
Just to
use
put
it on
it-
our city, and that's it.
It came in me!
Ooh.
We can just pass. We can't use Calvite, we can't
Can't
use
use,
Treason.
yeah.
We should have used Calvite before.
Before, yeah.
And we were greedy.
There we go. That's how fake theory works. She goes
Yep.
back to the other side.
Yeah, this time again she worked against us. As I said, it's a really tricky card to use.
Yeah.
Like, even with Decoy, it's really, really hardcore.
Yeah.
We could have actually taken Decoy to our deck.
Mm-hmm. Never thought of that. Ooh, Beckers. Nice. Nice. Rubbing it in.
Yep.
Oh, David. Meh. That didn't turn out too well.
Yeah.
Okay,
We
let's
just misplayed.
play one more. And
Yeah,
we'll
well,
finish.
let's try playing it quickly.
All right. Do you want to change something? You were thinking
You wanted to take Oaks.
Oaks. Yeah.
We actually didn't manage to use Iris properly because it was consumed
Yeah.
just before we wanted to use her.
Where's Iris? There she is.
Mhm.
And Oxes and Silvers. He's where is he? There he is.
The
he's
7. Yeah.
Here we have him. Save and exit out. Move to casual match.
Yep.
And let's go. We're commenting good guy David. Don't
Here's
GG.
the better luck than in your wildest, wettest dreams! Onward, sons of Nilfgaard!
Oh, and now we have 2 Manticore Venoms.
Yeah. I'm afraid he might be playing Weather now, so.
Could you show what deck is he playing? He's playing, okay,
Oh,
Harald.
Harold.
It actually may be a weather deck.
Yeah.
Uh,
One ambassador out. One.
One Manticore Venom for sure.
sure.
Skellige doesn't have that many.
Oh, and we have Vilgefortz.
I'm not even sure if we need another Manticore Venom.
No, I think not.
Yeah, let's swap
drop
it as
it.
well.
Ooh, all the gold cards.
Yep, but again, probably we can swap one Ambassador, but then I'm not sure. Yeah, we will have enough. Yeah, we can
Yeah,
swap it.
let's swap one ambassador. Chaotic Priest, David doesn't deserve a GG. Nice one.
Yeah, the level 100 versus level 0.
Yeah.
It's just this build, don't worry
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, it's a specific build, so no worry, guys. What should we start off with then?
Cantarella.
Cantarella.
Exactly.
I shall be your eyes, my lord.
Okay, perfect.
And selection.
Yeah, we want this guy.
Yep. Yeah, him.
We want Albric as well, but
Yeah.
we don't have any emissaries. This is actually bad for us. But we'll leave. We will leave for that.
Everyone is saying that Skellige will lose. I don't think so. I mean, I hope we'll win, but Skellige is
What's this
super
on?
strong right now.
Yeah, especially discard one.
Do, 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 do. What do
Fake
we want?
City.
Fake City.
Actually, we should have started with her. I
Yeah.
just didn't notice it.
Yeah.
The good of
My
the
fault.
empire. That is what matters.
Okay, right now we have no points on our side of the board.
Mayup is saying, thank you for the stream. I have to go to bed. Good night then. Sleep tight.
before the queen of Skellige.
Oh, here we go. first discards of the day.
When it comes to Ox, can you remove the lock in some way with promote or
Only
something?
with decoy.
Ooh.
Or with killing the unit and then resurrecting it.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay, so it's 10 to 10. Actually, I think we should probably use treason up front on our Cantarella.
Treason?
Yeah, treason is best on Cantarella.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Will do. There we go. 12 strength.
I can help you if you wish.
Oh, army.
Okay. Another round of discards going on.
Yeah.
So the pirate will get 4 more points. Probably even more if he'll discard
We'll check what he discards.
Uncrate Raiders.
Yeah. Is it possible to transfer Xbox collection to a PC version of the game? Currently, there is no such option.
Nope. I would go with Ambassador, I think.
Ambassador. So, yeah, we'll target Cantarella.
Hail, Kerzer!
Boom. 22. Strength, Cantarella, immune to weather.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for this dude to play again.
People are asking about the patch notes. We will release this very soon. So don't worry about these. It's over 200 changes, if I remember correctly, so a lot.
Say it's almost 300, something
Yeah.
like that.
Ooh, interesting play.
Huh.
Wow. Well, yeah, I get to play gave 10 points to the pirate.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
it's actually a lot of points.
Yeah.
But it's still good for us. I think let's go with Joachim.
I forgot to check what he discarded. I'll check.
Oh yeah, let's take
That's
a look.
quite interesting.
One pirate, one Cyprian.
One Axeman, one Cyprian.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Alright.
weird to have both Axeman and Pirate Captain in one deck.
Yeah. Interesting build.
Yeah. Go for Joachim.
Also, one question. What if you play Adrenaline Rush on a weather immune unit? Which one will be divisible on the unit? So
Both.
both.
Yeah.
That solves the
They
problem.
just have two icons next to each other. Like, if there's only one, it will be in the middle. If there are two, they will just split a bit and they will be, both visible.
Cool.
One will be the icon of the weather, like this droplet,
Yeah.
and one will be the fist from Resilience.
Cool. All right. What's the play here?
Joachim. This is only the third time I'm saying it.
Sorry. Sorry, I was reading the chat and.
Yeah, I know, I'm just joking. Oh, we want to get our bonus value, but
Joachim.
yeah, why not? It's whichever actually.
Because wait. Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
So Joachim.
just go for Joachim. Yeah. Joachim still buffed our unit, but it didn't got buffed by 4.
Yeah. So
Okay.
we got this one. Siri goes to our side. Boom.
And we're 1 card behind, but it's not bad. Okay, so let's
We can
pass.
What do you want to redraw? Do you want to redraw anything?
So probably one of the Imperial Brigades. We don't need two of them.
Yeah.
No.
We probably don't need to.
But let's check what we'll get.
Manticore.
Probably we want Manticore.
Whenever we want Manticore, we don't draw it. But if we don't want it,
Yes, we're really unlucky.
we'll get rid of it.
Yeah, just swap it.
It's always like that.
Okay, not that bad. I would say Tibor and pass.
Like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, 'cause that's gonna
And he'll get a card. So
be like,
this way we have 22 points.
mm-hmm.
And he'll probably need to play at least 3 cards to catch up to us.
Yeah.
Maybe 2. But for sure, not 1.
Yeah.
Even with Becker's Twisted Mirror, when he has nothing on the board, he can't catch up that easily. And it won't be affected by weather because obviously we have only a gold card.
Yeah.
The only thing that actually could counter Tibor
Yeah.
is Shackle.
Yeah. Sure.
Let's pass.
What's the status with the PS4 version? We are still working on the PS4 version, so it will be added for sure, and we'll inform you about this on our social channels.
Yep.
Pass?
Passerino.
Passerino. Vilgefortz looks amazing. Yes, he does. But he's a bad person.
Or is he?
Or is he?
Is he really? Maybe you're the bad person and he's a good guy.
What?
I don't
You're
know.
twisting everything.
Don't ask me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he needs at least 2 more cards to actually catch up to us.
Yeah. He'll probably rally for something.
Give us all you got!
Pirate.
There we go.
That makes sense.
It's actually really terrible that he drew a pirate because he already had 1 pirate on in the graveyard. So he
Yeah.
didn't use the discarding
Yeah.
properly.
No deck thing.
Okay. 10 points, so I'm pretty sure he still needs to use 2 more cards, so we'll actually get a really good play out of this 1 Tibor.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tibor's so strong.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Perfect.
3 long ships.
Told you that he's amazing when you play him like that. We just always need to win the first round
Yeah.
if you want to utilize him perfectly.
A lot of people are asking about different platforms. Of course, we're working on Manticore Venom. Of course, we're working on different platforms for the game, so don't worry about this.
Yeah, let's swap the Manticore Venom.
Yeah.
I still feel some tricky
Yeah.
weather being played in a second, so. Did we play any emissaries? No, we didn't have any emissaries, right?
I don't know. Something, a cool message from Ghost, 171718. He just wanted to say, or she wanted to say thank you, because it's a really bad time in their life at the moment. So it's awesome that he or she can play The Witcher. So thank you. I hope everything will work out fine for you. And thank you for your message. I'm slowly losing my voice, which I'm very sorry for, but I'm a bit sick. And you can probably hear it, that it's not my normal voice.
Yeah, it's not.
All right,
And
what's the play, my friend?
I would risk actually playing Rally, so maybe we'll get our emissary.
So, rally.
Because we need more disloyal units.
Please wait, Your Excellency.
Perfect.
There you go.
Falling
There you
behind.
go.
No, we wanted more disloyals.
I know, but we have to get rid of him.
Yeah, I know. It's actually good. Yes, do it. Do it.
It is
Perfect.
good. It is good.
We have Vicovarian Medic. Go for Vicovarian Medic.
Yeah, let's steal something cool.
Emissary, obviously.
Please wait, Your Excellency.
And
Falling
another
behind.
emissary? Yes,
Yes.
perfect.
Another
Perfect.
emissary. Whoa.
Okay.
That's
this,
the chain I like. Emissary, emissary,
This was
emissary.
perfect for us.
Yeah.
But we need to use our Culvate
Come on, let's
properly
go.
now.
Time
Yeah.
to face our fears.
Oh no. Okay, good.
No, the whale.
Okay, so let's go for Culvite.
Calva.
We want our 2s.
We want our two.
Actually,
Should we wait?
no, we should wait because
No.
Whale will just decimate us.
Plus, I don't know.
Go for Ambassador. But I hope it won't buff the Whale.
I hope so. It will. Of course.
Obviously it
Of
will,
course.
right?
You jinxed it.
We could have just played it so much better. Why didn't we Vilgefortz the Whale?
I don't know. I don't know. Don't blame me.
You want to pass, you gotta pay. Can't let you through
Okay.
elseways.
You know what we should do right now? We should actually leaf out the...
The row.
Yeah,
So the whale doesn't jump around anymore.
actually, but first, probably we should play Impera Brigade.
That's what I thought.
Because it will give us another...
Come on in, Kazer!
Perfect.
Dun, 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 dun.
Actually, everything looking pretty decent in this
Yeah.
game. Much better than in every other game.
Yeah, 46 points is nice.
But there's still no weather. That was like
Yeah.
positive that there will be a weather.
Dun, dun, dun,
Good
dun.
for us, though. Good for
Yeah.
us. Oh, here we go.
Aromancy.
I jinxed it. No! Oh, so bad. Okay, go for Impera Brigade again because Whale.
You want to add weather immunity first?
We
to-
can't. It needs to
Here?
be on the board.
Ah, it's true.
And whale won't affect it because whale won't
Yeah.
jump again on the same roll.
Want to jump back into the middle row?
It will, but it will
Yeah.
just hurt us by 1.
Ah, yeah,
And
that's
we'll
true.
get 2 points out of him still being
True.
on the board.
Yep.
So just go for it.
I don't like this play.
It's risky play, but still, you know, should be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tursek Axeman changed. I don't know if you noticed, but they are being triggered out of every unit being damaged.
This is the card we're talking about.
Yes, not only the loyal ones. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, a lot of people are noticing the backs of the cards changed. Yeah, they did. We're, as we said, we're always updating the UI and the game itself.
This is the moment when you can either eat the whale with lethal,
I think that's the play here.
or you can make Nausicaa, Imperial Brigade. Yeah, you should actually make Imperial Brigade immune to weather first because Harald is coming.
Harold is coming.
Go
There we
for
go.
it. Yep. And this is why we wanted to play it when
Yeah.
whale was still on the board.
Because
Let's just
and it
hope
goes
will
back
jump
to
terrain.
the improved value, let's say, so
Yep.
to 16.
Fingers crossed for whale jumping onto the. Of course he won't. Of course. Okay, so let's just consume our Meliro, I would say, with lethal.
Really? All right. When are we gonna use John? That's my question.
After he used Harald.
All right.
Because Harald will just decimate all of
Oh
our
yeah, that's true. It'll hurt us the
stolen
most.
disloyals.
All right. So Letho on melee.
Yes.
Go.
1 point play. Perfect.
This.
This.
45 to 45. is super
Yeah, but
good.
Lugas will actually
Yeah.
eat something in a second. We will rely almost everything on Vilgefortz.
Yeah.
But only 2 points out of, 2 triggers out of Harald, which is not
But we
bad.
have John, right?
Yeah, this is the moment when we should use John Calvite.
Onward,
And we take
sons
the
of
emissaries, right?
Nilfgaard!
Yes, only the 2s. Okay,
Here
perfect.
they are. Ooh.
Ah, we actually won. Perfect. But just to be sure, Vilgefortz.
We haven't won yet. We have less points.
Yeah, but Vilgefortz has 6 points. So
I know.
just play him.
Yes.
And burn our.
An interesting
Actually, we
choice.
need to burn something. So burn our emissary, and let's just hope it will be something good.
I hope so.
Go for it.
Because if not, this will be
Yeah.
bad.
And
And
okay, good.
Manticore.
Actually, it's not good because you should probably hit the Axeman
The Axeman,
because
for
they
sure.
will get 1 point. Yes. Okay. Just do that. Okay. So we won in
made
the
it.
end.
We made it.
Not even close. Not even close.
All right, that was our last game. I'm slowly losing my voice, so sorry for that. You don't see us, but we're here. Sorry for this. What else can I say? The patch will release on the 6th, which is super important. Also, this is not yet the final build. Please remember this. And I think that's it.
Yep.
Agreed? Cool.
Yep. Totally.
All right. Thank you guys. Thank you, Luigi. Thank you, David, for being here. And we'll see you soon.
Yep.
Take care, guys.
See you guys.